So we're getting lots of questions on PCOS and whether they should be doing fasted training or whether food is different if they have PCOS. What is PCOS?
Yeah, so PCOS is officially called polycystic ovarian syndrome. And this is where your ovaries are really enlarged. And it is driven also by a higher androgen content or a higher androgen production, because your ovaries do produce testosterone and your other sex hormones, of course. So when I get so many emails from women who are suffering from PCOS, it's a really high prevalency.
Yes.
Especially we find in more active women. And it can be a lower grade or a higher grade. But what we do know is that, yes, fasting does help. It helps with it, but not fasted exercise. So if I were to explain to someone who is active, this is what I do with my athletes who have PCOS, where we look at higher protein content. We're talking about the 1.6 to 2.0 grams per kilo, or trying to hit around that 1 gram per pound, distributed across the day like we would normally. And then we try to have a 13-hour overnight fast.
Okay.
So that means backing dinner up so that when you go to bed, you have about 3 hours before you go to bed. And then when you wake up, you do fuel your body for the day at hand. So it's very similar to what we're saying for all women, but it's really beneficial for women who have PCOS to have a 13-hour overnight fast.
And what about carbohydrate content? Because I see a lot of them saying, I'm trying to do low carb.
Yeah, we don't want to do low carb.
Okay.
We want to have a moderate amount of carbohydrate to fuel our activities, coming from more of our whole foods. So we're looking at our fruit, our veg, our whole grains. And Dr. Nikki Key, who you know as well, she's a really good sports endocrinologist, and she says that some women are misdiagnosed with PCOS when they're looking under ultrasound when they start eating more carbohydrate, because now their
Body's working properly. Yeah.
can allow egg to mature, so they're having more than one egg that is growing and developing in the follicle, and it gets misread as PCOS.
Okay.
So if we are really maintaining our carbohydrate intake from good sources of carbohydrate and not having a carb phobia, then we can eliminate that as a factor and see if we do truly have PCOS or not.